Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, 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 shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. Lord willing, through the Spirit. Okay. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all glory, and honor to who truly deserves it. Every day, all day. It's Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Yahawashi. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahawashi is who the world innately calls Jesus the Christ. Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit in Paleo Hebrew. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing in His word, and bringing forth 100% of the Most High's doctrine through Mashiach Yahawashi. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put it on their hearts to be sincere and to endure. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord willing, the Most High can continue to put it on their spirit to be sincere and to endure. And shalom to the Akwatiyum that are married and single in His truth, being believers of His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put it on their hearts and their spirit to be sincere and to endure unto the end. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Shalom, shalom, Yahweh hopeful elect 777, Yahweh Shemashai Makathum. Right? So it's a lot going on, right? And even the elder apostles and bishops, they was getting into it. And it hit me again. You know, what they said, if you're not, if you're teaching lies, if you have flaws in your breakdown, you know, of course we have to fix those things, right? But, you know, the Lord is not dealing with nobody that is teaching and laboring in a deceit, in a false way, right? And outside of that, everything that's going on in the world, let alone in the scriptures, your foreign fathers, the true ones, if we actually believe and understand this thing, we're preparing ourselves each and every day for the coming of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, right? And like the title says, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is coming, right? So stay ready so you don't have to be ready, right? So Lord willing, we could just get right into this. It was something I was going to say to what I'd said, but I had lost it. But let's hop to Haggai. This is Haggai chapter 2, reading verse 5 to 9. It says, according to the word that I covenanted with you when ye came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you, fear ye not. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, yet once it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens and the earth and the sea in the dry land, and I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith Yahawah of hosts. Right? He's going to fill the nation of Israel with glory. But he's going to shake in the heavens and the earth. He's going to shake in the nations. Right? And a lot of y'all can't fathom that. Go read back in Exodus. When we left Egypt and Moses was going up to Mount Sinai and to get the law, statutes, and commandments to come down and see niggas doing the shit that they was doing, Israel in that day felt the earth shake. The Lord had a lot of Israel get swallowed up by the earth. This picture I'm talking about right here. You know, this picture right here, right there, man. Yahawashi, just like the scriptures say, when the Lord comes back, is he going to find faith in the earth? He's going to only find it in the hearts of his elect. Everybody else don't have no faith in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. It's not in you niggas, right? And then people at the last minute is going to try to act like they got faith in the Lord. This shit ain't for you, man. You want to come and serve the Lord at the last minute. You know? You got to really hate this place. You know? You got to despise this flesh because it gets you in all types of trouble. Let alone when you trying to master your own heart by yourself. You know? Because our heart got us in a lot of places. We got close with the wrong women because of this. You women just going around to the wrong men. Most of you just going to men because of the dick. Or you going to money. But you ain't getting led correctly. You know? Israel is spoiled. We are a adulterous generation. Like what the apostle said last night. Mostly all of us that got wives, we got harlots for wives, man. Our women is defiled. It's brothers in the camp. We just saying wives. Our wives is really harlots. They've been defiled, let alone the men is harlots. Because we've been cleaving to other beliefs. You know? I'm going to finish reading this. I'm going to read your precept, Yahweh. Verse 8, it says, the silver is mine, the gold is mine, saith Yahweh of hosts. The glory of this later house shall be greater than of the former, saith Yahweh of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Right? So our house that was before is not going to even be compared to the new one. Like I say in Ecclesiastes, better is the end of a thing than the beginning. Right? So the end of this rulership, the end of this fake garbage shit of how Israel was moving, this is the best. This is how you know in this captivity, you know, Israel, we're showing more gratitude to the Lord. And I'm only speaking for the hopeful elect from the apostles on down. From the elders, elder apostles on down. Revelation chapter 18 verse 20, the Lord said he's going to avenge the apostles and the prophets on this land. You know? The brother put Romans 11:22, behold, therefore the goodness and severity of the Most High on them which fail severity, but toward the goodness, if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou also shall be cut off. Right? And it's better to fall in the goodness of the Lord, like especially if you get cancer, if us dying for the name of the Lord, they trying to push you to do the charagma, you know, for the Lord, right? You might, instead of doing those parties for the feast days, like for Passover that most camps doing, you like, nah, man, I gotta change all of this, and people looking at you like you weird, or you following a rape doctrine, or if you feel like you shouldn't do unity camp with people that might be seeing the breakdown way different, because that brings in confusion. People are going to mock you and persecute you in this truth and out this truth. People are going to mock you and persecute you in and out this truth. Remember that. Keep that. Hold on to it. Isaiah 61 verse 6, but ye shall be named the priest of Yahawah. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. And that's called like trading places, because they're eating our riches. All this gold that we have, and all those little precious jewels and paintings, things that they're hiding, especially under their facilities, their churches, that's all our treasures. This world is ours, and they're enjoying it. You know, we're going to take all of that back, you know, starting with Yahawashi has to put everything in order. This is why men shall call you the ministers of God, right? And if we're ministers, we are servants to the people. We're like, not Rehoboam, but the same thing that the prophet and the Lord had told Rehoboam, listen, like, because of the elder council said, listen to these people and serve them, be a servant to them. And they'll listen to you and serve you, right? Whatever position we want on this side, especially if you are a true teacher, you are a servant to the people, right? That's why, as an example of what the apostles is doing, I don't see a lot of brothers is doing this. But if you wish, like Elder Tahar, they promote in their congregation that you must be feeding the sheep. So do as many videos that the Spirit put on you. Study to do a video. Because outside of doing a video and not studying, what are you doing? And I know a lot of us is making money, but in between those things, if you have the ability to teach, what did he tell Peter? We must be teaching every day because your enemy is moving at a high speed, at a high speed. And the Lord said he's going to shake this foundation. So we should be telling them the Lord's about to shake the foundation. Yahawashi coming. Just like when back, in this little movie with Chicken Little or Chicken whatever, and he said the sky is falling. We have to warn them that destruction is about to come. Right? The brother put Sirach 4:28, strive for the truth until death, and Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi shall fight for you. David, he was striving for the Lord. What did the Lord do through the Spirit? Saul was right next to David and couldn't defeat him. Let alone he had the Spirit and he threw it and he still missed David. It's all because of the Lord. The Lord makes a way for his elect. Daniel, at the time, you will look as an elect. The lions didn't kill him. Meshach and Abednego, which really is Azariah, Hananiah, and Mishael, the fire didn't touch them. Through the Spirit, that's the elect, right? Even though Ham, Shem, and Japhet, those are not, the Hebrew Israelites, or they're all Hebrew. Shem is really he's bringing forth the Hebrew nation. But in that time, they were the elect. The 144,000 that was fleeing from Roman persecution, hey, they might not be the solidified elect, but for them to be able to escape and to hide and blend in, which I think is Revelations 12 when you read down later on in the chapter, that was like formed into the elect, just like in the Maccabees. Any Israelite that was still walking in the ways of the Lord and did not fall away from the ways of the oppressors, even if they was fighting, that's the attribute of the mighty men, like the Maccabees, because the Maccabees was fighting and slaying. That's the spirit of, the mighty men of David, the mighty men of Solomon. And you had elect men that was still prophesying and speaking boldly of the Lord. That in that time was the elect mighty men, and the elect prophets, right? You got to understand the Lord is about to destroy this place, but the elect are going to be solidified in their lot. Beautiful precept from the brother Yahawah, and from my brother, oh snap, could have, maybe that was another video. Maybe, yeah, I'm still thinking about my other brother. But let's get Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, verse 19 to 20. This is what it reads. It says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that haunteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Right? We're gonna gain fame from all the nations, man. That's what you call popularity. People trying to get their fame now. The elect is waiting. They're being patient and knowing that if they still enduring this thing, because these now not to boast, but you want to think on those things. You serving the Lord, you're thinking upon these things. Peace, you want fame and fortune. Yo, in that day, serving Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, the Lord is going to give you fame in front of the nations. Yeah, these my people. Like when you saying when you say when brothers get signed in the industry, yeah, man, we be feeling ourselves. Drug dealers. When you get that job, you be feeling yourself. When the Lord when he's beaming you up, getting that, yes, you're gonna cry and all of that, but when it's really solidified, we brought down here and other people is gonna see us, we're gonna be cocky, righteously cocky, man. This is Ezekiel 34, verse 16. It says, I will seek that which was lost and bring again that which was driven away, and will bend up that which was broken, and will strengthen that which was sick. But I will destroy the fat and the strong. I will feed them with judgment. right? The Lord is going to destroy the fat and the strong because these nations got fat off of us, man. And you might not see it because you see other nations in America blending. And when we really look at a real prophecy, we looking at America because the elect, the whole 12 tribes of Israel as a being together is in America. And they'll be saved out of America. And then on the outskirts, when you look at Isaiah the 14th chapter, when you really break it down, even in the KJV and the NLT, it plainly shows you. And when you go into the precept, those strangers in Isaiah 14:1 are the Israelites. And they're going to cleave to Israel. Because really, Jake outside of America don't really know fathom the real understanding. You know, yeah, they're believers, but they don't fully grasp. That's why in that time they're gonna cleave to us. And then when you go to verse 2, the nations that oppressed us, we're gonna take them in the land. But really, the nations, when you go into NLT, the other nations is gonna help those other Israelites come back to their land. You know, they're going to help us get the rest of our flock, the rest of our brothers and sisters, wherever they're hiding, if they're in the bunkers with these elite, or if they hiding under their, wherever they at, they're going to help us bring our brothers and sisters, and they're going to come to our land, and the nations is going to rebuild our establishment. It's going to be trading places. Like we build the White House, they're going to build our gold White House. All praise to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you know. All praises to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for that, man. You know, I'm going to read another one. You could go to Ezekiel 36, starting at 24. I might get that. I might. This is Micah chapter 4, verse 6 and 7. It says, "In that day saith Yahawah, will I assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that was driven out, and her that have been afflicted, and I will make her that halted a remnant, in her that was cast far off a strong nation, and Yahawah shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth, even forever." You know, because most of Israel is going to get beamed up, but we're going to have a lot of Israel that's still scattered four corners of the earth. And we're going to get the rest of our brothers and sisters that are foreigners, strangers, you know, in the hands of the nations, right? And in that day, when we look at 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, I think 73 or 74, you know, while we getting afflicted, I'm gonna go back, but I just want to get that precept. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 73. It says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." So even in the day of chaos, the world is going to start to know who he is. That light is going to shine, right? And even people are going to be intimidated because now we're coming back on our lot. That's why the elite is moving more faster, is because they're afraid of us, man. The men of the Lord, when we come back, especially the men, you women, y'all don't really do that. Except for you being a woman, you were really a help me. Your number one job is Genesis 3 and 16, man. That's your number one job in this ministry, is to be a servant to a man, you know, and you believing in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's it. But us as men, we are the enemies to the nations. And the nations, especially Esau, is the enemy towards the men, starting with the men, you know. And if the nations is enemies towards the men, the nations is enemies towards you, sisters. Go to the hair store. Go look at the window. You'll see more Latinos and natives that's on those windows, and they're serving you with weave. That's most of it, if it is real, that's heathen hair. Cumbrellas. That if it's fake, it's I believe it's plastic. But if you want to be a broad, independent woman and you getting the name brand lashes, you're getting a rodent's hair, and you can go look it up. And the woman even created. She said she used animal hair. You know, they do the chemicals to it to make it firm. It's not going, of course, when you smell it, it's not smelling because they do chemical things to it. They do that even with the natural hair too. It's not going to feel and think that it's not going to even smell like Muhammad or Jaboje. Sister Manuji. It's not going to even smell like her because they're going to do some factory cleaning. Even with the plastic, the bottles you drink, it don't smell like this just came out of a recycled trash. The bottles that you're using have been recycled. The metal cans that you use, they've been broken down and then they just remake them again. So you're just reusing bottles that was just remade. Just like here, it's being remade. You know? Telling you, man. So the Lord is going to gather us from the people that have afflicted us, you know? And the ones that's wearing this lace fronts, the makeup, those are the ones that's coming back in this truth. The men that was drug dealers, that was angry, that was fighting, but they had a common sense, they came in this truth. But let alone the Lord start building us back in the order of old, starting with elders, apostles, and prophets. So it makes sense that he's putting the order in that way because a lot of us young men, we're loose cannons. So the Lord started the order back the same way we started back then. You know, the Lord is in order. And when we see real men that's elders with gray hair and they moving with wisdom, they're playing out their lot. And that's how we must follow. If you go watch the video I did before, unity. We must come in this thing with unity because Yahawah is coming. You know, so you must follow the elders on how they moving. And I'm being straightforward. And if you don't see it, hey, that's you. The Lord lets you see it, hey, the way he wanted you to see it. But being straight raw, right? But let me just read this brother precept, Isaiah 66:5. It says, hear the word of Yahawah, ye that tremble at his words. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let Yahawah be glorified, but he shall prepare to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. Right? Because you got to know the biggest enemy outside of Esau is our own nation. Right? I did a video and through the spirit, the apostles, the elder apostles, and the elder bishops just did a video. And that's really through the spirit. They're going through various topics, but they start talking about it has to be false prophets because the Lord created their lot. So they doing, that's why you don't want to be too butthurt because they're supposed to do that. And then if we're too much against them, like trying to tell them, yo, brother, you got to stop doing this. That's their lot. They must do it. But we must correct it. Just like with the one brother in GMS, Australia, brothers was breaking down Isaiah 14:1 and 2 wrong. They were saying that the heathen, that because they were speaking to an Edomite saying, you're the strangers in Isaiah 14 and you're going to cleave to us. They broke that down wrong, but they said that they watched Great Millstone. You can't be saying you watching Great Millstone and you got locks in your hair because they believe that that is unclean. And technically, if you break down locks just in general, even without the scriptures, locks are unclean because you're using dead hair. That's why real weave, real wigs, like if it's real hair from somebody, that is dead hair as soon as you cut it. So that's going off too, if we was to be technical. But then you got some type of weave that's not real, that can be fake, you know. Now you could wear that too, but that would just play on your character when you say I'm a real bitch, how women say I'm a real bitch. But if you wearing fake hair, then that right there would contradict you being a real woman. So there's many ways you can attack it. And when you really look at wigs and weave, that all started in Egypt. Israelite women wasn't wearing wigs and weaves. Yeah, we was wearing golds, medallions in our hair or in our necks, but we started doing wigs and weave. Like I'm being real serious in Egypt, around them Africans, them Hamites, them Canaanites. They was doing all of that. Makeup and all of that, we got that from them, you know. But hey, it's okay. We learn, you know. But to keep on going, so we glorified, you know. And that's why people are created to teach against the truth. And if some people are created to look like the truth, but not the truth, then you got some people that is the truth, but they might seem too intimidated because they're raw and direct. The spirit is too deep. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 10 and 11. And a lot of us are afraid of too deep because it's gonna be a magnum. It's gonna be raw without a condom, you know. And Israel's we're afraid of certain things that's too direct. Revelations 22:11, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. Right? And that just shows everybody has to play their role. And what we do as teaching, the sheep automatically is going to grasp to it. That's why this is not me boasting on men. This is me going off of the spirit that those men come with in Great Millstone. And I'm just showing off the attribute because I never watched GMS until now. So when they continue to do videos all the time, that's what we must do. If we're rebuking the nation, we must rebuke our own, because we just said our enemies is not only the nation, it's the people in our nation. Let's see. Let's go to this. I want to do a lesson off of this verse right here. This is very critical. This is a very critical thing I'm about to read. This is Matthew chapter 27. I'm going to start at 24. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person, seeing ye to it. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and our children. So that was Pharisees, Sadducees, but it said the people. So it wasn't just only Pharisees and Sadducees and scribes. It was regular people too. It was all niggas, all people that's not of the elect. They said, oh, don't worry about it. His blood would be on us and our children. And that's, for them saying that, now you just put that on your kids. So they basically just prophesied that it was going to be on their kids. So the descendants of the Pharisees, Sadducees, and the scribes, and the women and men that did say his blood, their descendants is here right now. Some of them are falsely saying Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, right? And let's just get a precept just to prove that, man, because we shouldn't be putting anybody to death on our land that have been innocent. Right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 10. It says, I'll start at 9. It says, if thou shalt keep all these commandments to do them, which I command thee this day, to love Yahawah thy power, to walk ever in his ways, then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee beside these, that innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which Yahawah thy power giveth thee for inheritance, and so blood be upon thee. Right? So we should not shed innocent blood on our land. And when Yahawashi got killed, it was on our land. The men and the women that said that, they're, excuse my language, please, they're fucking dead, man. And that's amazing that the Lord didn't put that in our hearts to know if we were the elect or the 2/3. Because some of us, if we knew we was the elect, you niggas will boast it like you boast. I'm the best debater. I'm the nicest Israelite. We will boast that we the elect. We will boast saying, "Oh, I'm Paul. I'm James. We will really boast it. Oh, I'm Paul, so I'm the best. You're reading me." The Lord is so smart in what he did. Even the wicked, you would agonize so much, and then you would be more wicked than what you were. You know, if the wicked knew that they were that wicked, they would automatically. But besides them trying to be a rapper or and all of that, they would try to kill the righteous, because they know that means if we know who we are and we know who they is, the wicked would have already tried to kill us now. They wouldn't wait to try to prosecute us when the MOTB come. Make it make sense. Think about it, you know? So that's a good thing the Lord didn't let us know that we are the elect or the 2/3. But through the faith, the more you work for Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, the more you start to feel like maybe I could be of that number, right? I'm gonna go to something. I'm gonna go to another verse, but to a verse after what I just said, but I have to get this other precept. This is 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 16. And David said unto him, thy blood be upon thy head, for thy mouth had testified against thee, saying, I have slain the Lord's anointed. Because this servant said that they slain Saul. You know, Saul really asked somebody to slay him, and then he came to come and tell David and carry and give him the crown. And then David had his servants kill him because that person out their mouth said, we killed the anointed. So what did we just read in Matthew the 27th? They said, then answer all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. Because Pilate washed their hand and said, his innocent blood won't be on us. Now the earth, the heavens and earth recorded that Yahawashi blood is not on Pilate. Pilate was an Edomite. It wasn't Pilate that killed Yahawashi. It was really the Israelites. In the Romans, that is just their mockery, putting you on the cross. So it had to be fulfilled. It was really the Israelites that had Yahawashi crucified. The Romans are the ones that did the ritual, put him on the cross and beating him. You know, because the crucifixion, that's all Rome. Rome do that. Go watch Passion of Christ. It was really Rome that was doing it, that was putting them on the tree, on the cross. But it was Israelites that wanted to hang them. So that blood was on the Israelites, you know. But Rome are Edomites that have this system planted. Let alone a lot of Israelites in history during the time of Rome was on cross. Even when you look at the time of Spartacus, which they try to depict that he was an Edomite, but you got to know in the time Israel was everywhere, even with the elders. And some scholars would kind of say that Spartacus would have been a Hebrew. He would have been an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Got to probably fact check it. But a lot of Israelites were gladiators. And when you think of Spartacus, those are gladiators. And they went against Rome. You know what I'm saying? And they hung about for 60 miles all the way to Rome, hanging people on crosses. And you know the prophecy, if you're hanged on a tree, that was a curse. And our people as a nation, that was always something that followed us. No African, Chinese, as a history, they wasn't known for being hung on a tree, and it was to be symbolic to a curse. Even if they're hung on a tree and they're Chinese or African, they're just hung. But the Lord said to us, if you know the Israelites were hung on a tree, that was a curse. So that's a sign for us to know that that's a curse to us, right? You see how deep that just went, right? Now I'm about to just go to this one precept and I'm going to just end it. But you got to know the Lord is about to come and shake the earth. So you niggas that hung Yahawashi, you're done. You niggas is dead, man. And this is why I do not want to teach wrong. You do not want to teach wrong, man. The Lord is coming back. You do not want to be caught teaching anything wrong in these scriptures. Brothers is saying Yahawashi gonna come back and teach us all the doctrine. No, he's not. It's not enough time. Even when we on the chariots, how he gonna be teaching us and we gonna be watching the downfall of our enemies? How we get beamed up if he's gonna reteach us the doctrine? How he's gonna teach us and we're gonna have angelic bodies. You're gonna be filled with the wisdom within your temple. How is he going to teach you, man? Show me where, you know, all things is going to be in the remembrance of us, let alone in 2nd Ezra 16, verse around 60, between 61 and 64. It says, in that day, your sins will accuse you. I remember the things I did 5 years, 10 years ago, since I've been alive, most of the stuff, but it's things from generations, from reincarnating, from going on. I can't remember those things. You know, so I'm going to need that angelic body. I'm going to need the Lord to touch me to remember those things, man. Got to understand this, man. But this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. So the Pharisees, Sadducees who doing wrong, they're eating on the left-hand side doing wickedness. But the righteous are eating. So anybody that's not doing the work of the Lord, you can't eat. That's why the Pharisees and Sadducees must be on this side. Because it must be a flock of the Israelites that are not eating. It must be a flock on this earth, Israelites that are not eating. There has to be. It must be some teachers on this earth that's not teaching the truth and they're teaching a lie. They must be here, man. Jeremiah 23:24. They must be here. Look, bro, they must be here. Jeremiah 23:1. They must be here. Either or. Both of them must be here. The handful of the false teachers and the little handful of the righteous teacher must Be here. Yahweh is about to shake this earth, and we need the men of the Lord to continue teaching so that we can prepare ourselves spiritually and mentally, so that our physical can be prepared for things to change. You know, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm sorry that I had to be short, but I have to go back to work to finish this quick short day. Lord willing, this is edifying. Lord willing, if it wasn't, it's okay. Maybe it wasn't for you. But until next time, Yahweh speed. Shalom, shalom.